We are back. Welcome to Shark Coast Tactical Podcast, episode 71. I am here with my illustrious homies, the Brown Lightning himself, Omar Essen.
What exactly is illustrious?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't fucking know. I'm just using that word. Luke, my lord, the Glue Andrews.
What up?
The amazing Dean Carroll.
What's going on, guys?
So, Luke, if we can have our Lord update. Did you get Lorded this weekend?
I thought about it. I think I'm ready to tell my story. I went on the story is I went on ancestry.com and I found out that one of my great grandfathers was the English Lord, so that's why they call me the Lord.
You're not from England. You're from Detroit.
Same thing.
That's not true.
It's pretty close at this point.
If anybody wants to know the true origin of my lord, just come in and ask me and I'll tell you.
Has anybody offered you money for it?
No.
Really?
No.
Interesting.
No, man.
People offer me money.
Do they? People I think are scared of me. So if you were tuning in to the podcast, I want to thank you for tuning in. Somehow you found us and we appreciate it. If you could smash the like button, of course, on the YouTube page. We do this podcast and the guys come in and they could be home playing video games or hanging out with their dogs or getting my lorded, but they're here and we don't really get anything from the podcast other than increasing our internet footprint, which helps you to find us and find our store and, maybe become friends with us. So, and if you are in the area of Sarasota, Florida, please stop by our shop. You can hang out with Omar.
Hello.
And you can hang out with my lord.
What up?
Lord.
On a good day. So before we get going, and Dean, I know you don't like talking about politics, but I wanted to read this. Of course, I'm sure the fucking tweet that shook the world. A whole civilization will die tonight.
That's a very interesting voice.
Never to be brought back again. And I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionary, revolutionary wonderful can happen. What is that? Revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? In capital, we will find out tonight. One of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran.
And praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
I don't understand why he said that part.
Like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Is that guy higher than a giraffe's vagina or what? What is it?
So what's he saying? We're sending boots on the ground?
We're going to nuke him, Dean.
No, the Israelis have a countdown right now to 8 o'clock. So either they give up at 8 o'clock or we're going to rain hell down on them. And the Israelis think we're going to nuke them. There's a countdown right now on their news station to 8 o'clock Eastern.
We'll see.
I want to be Dean. I want to be Dean, really good at shooting, really good at long range, and just completely oblivious to everything except Sarah, Roscoe, and whatever video game I'm playing. Doesn't that sound like a cool life?
It's all right.
It's a cool life. What do you think? What are you texting?
I'm not. I'm looking for a clip to play.
What do you mean? What clip?
When I find it, you will know.
So do you think, Luke, you're obviously very outspoken.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that he's trying to scare the terrorist?
Yeah, or he's
lost his fucking marbles.
His marbles, exactly. Yeah.
He's goddamn lost his mind, right?
So did he say he's going to nuke?
Well, yesterday, on Easter, he called them crazy Iranian bastards and said, fucking give up now.
And then praise
Allah.
Allah.
I've seen that.
And then praise Allah.
I feel like I know it's probably cliche at this point, but it seems like an episode of South Park. Like we're all just waiting here. There might be a nuke. He's tweeting about it. It's crazy.
I found it. This is a real quote from the President of the United States.
May Allah awaken the people and help them to see the evil doings of Israel and the United States.
You took all that time to find that fucking AI.
It's not AI. That's a real quote from him. That's a real clip. He said that. May Allah awaken the people.
He didn't say that.
He did?
He
That's a
did
real
not.
quote. That's
Come
not
on,
AI.
you're doing it again.
That's a direct quote from Donald J. Trump.
That's not a direct quote. So you're doing it again. You're doing it again.
Truth shall set you free, Will.
You're doing it again,
May
dude.
Allah awaken.
Next time, I'm not going to let you fucking take shit out of the fucking video. I'm going to say, nope, it's staying in there, dude. It's staying in there. So, welcome to the Shark Coast Tactical Podcast. If you were tuning in, it's been a week since the deadline. We don't know what's going to happen. President Trump might fucking nuke Iran. How the fuck we got here, I don't even know. I just want to write rhymes and sell guns and have a good time. But I guess we've gotten into World War III. What do you think, Luke? Do you think it's just a fucking psyop?
Yeah, I don't think anything's actually going to happen, but
Okay, here's some good.
like they always say this. Like I feel like this is the same as them saying that Iran has weapons of mass destruction. It's like the same thing, just on the other side.
Don't you think it's kind of funny though that they tweet against each other? Like they have a what's that called when people are hating each other online?
A beef.
Yeah, like they have a beef. Like it's like they're famous people who have a beef, right?
Yeah.
Like the different Iranians, before we kill them, we'll sit there and send, like they call us the Epstein Coalition. And have you guys seen the Lego videos?
No.
Oh my God, it's so funny. So they make like AI Lego animation videos and put them out on TikTok, and they've got one like where Pete Hegseth is all drunk. They're really funny. I can't believe you haven't seen them, Omar.
Nope. I don't watch a lot of AI videos. I watch real quotes from the president.
Understood. But I think it's almost like it's got to be theater. Like, so you have. I mean, if we didn't kill him, like if we didn't kill all the guys who talk shit about us on Twitter, like we kill each one talk shit about us, then we end up killing them. But it almost seems like it's scripted, and other than I can't imagine us nuking anybody.
Yeah, I don't think we're nuking anyone.
I just really like the idea that like they were in a conference room together and they're like, all right, they have weapons of mass destruction that don't work. What if we tell them we have weapons of mass destruction?
I guess that's your generation faced with a nuclear holocaust, and you're just fucking joking about it. No, like your
What else am I to do? You want me to go out there, fucking barge into 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? I demand you to stop!
It'd be kind of funny. Hold on.
Please.
Yeah, start begging.
Sorry, my kid's in the hospital, and so I have to keep my phone kind of near me and shit like that. So anyway, but let's get back to the podcast. Omar, who's the fucking you talked about last week where you just came out of left field with something you've never talked about before? The dispositionists, is that what you called them?
Dispensationalists.
Dispensationalists. Now they're all over the internet sphere lately. Like I didn't really, when you do that, yeah, but you make me feel like an asshole.
What do you mean?
Because you're being passive aggressive to the point of like I should know who these fucking people are.
You said they're on the internet. I agreed.
No, because you agreed, but you gave me the look passive aggressively, saying, "Yeah, fuckface." Everybody knows about him, including my wife. Like my wife knew about him too.
I didn't know about him.
I know. There you go. Like
Luke
Dean didn't know about it. Luke didn't know about him either. But now they're apparently everywhere, and the dispensationalists are like some fucking doomsday cult that the president's tied to, allegedly.
Not exactly. They're
Okay, could now that they've actually have some traction, can we talk about them for just a second?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too deep about the subject, but it's basically like a sect of evangelical Christianity that takes the events of Revelation quite literally, and they believe that in order for Christ to return, there will be, world war tied to Israel. Basically just a direct literal reading of Revelation, and the basic idea and the reason people are talking about it a lot is that if you believe that your Lord and Savior will return and everybody will ascend to the kingdom of heaven and live happily ever after a world war happens, if you're in a position of power, you may be inclined to egg on said world war. And the one thing that's really interesting about the whole situation is that you have on the American side, evangelical Christians that are dispensationalists that want to egg it on, and their belief is that when Christ returns, all of the Jews will convert to Christianity, basically. And then on the other side, rabbinical Jews have a very similar view that, there will be a world war, the third temple will be built in Israel and all that, but they don't think they're going to convert to Christianity. So you've got basically powerful people in Israel and powerful people in the United States allegedly colluding together to bring on the end times for completely opposite reasons.
Are you following this, Dean?
It was a lot. You kind of lost me.
That's the basic overview. It's basically a group of Christians, dispensationalists are a group of Christians who believe that literally there will be a world war around Israel, and by the end of it, Christ will return.
I mean, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it is like a
Christ returning is kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So a couple of things that I have. So Dean, apparently, there's key people in the government right now, like people like Mike Huckabee, Trump's spiritual advisor, Linda Green, I think her name is. They're all part of, allegedly, what the internet is saying is they're all part of this death cult that is behind the scenes, that is egging on President Trump to get involved in the war with Iran, which will thus result in a nuclear war. And biblically, if there's a nuclear war happens over near Israel, Christ returns at the end. It's some wacky shit, right?
That's absolutely crazy.
It's absolutely. I don't.
Yeah.
The one problem that I have with it is like people. So the couple people I dove into it driving out to the Docks Range the other day, and the thing that I have a problem with is I grew up evangelical. Mm-hmm. Like most people, most churches that are not part of the regular Protestant churches like Assembly of God, but even Assembly of God is kind of evangelical. But people like Methodist or Protestant or basic regular stuff, like older stuff, all the new churches, they're evangelical, at least in the South. Mm-hmm. So most places that you go to are evangelical, born again churches. So I mean, I grew up that way, and I don't know anybody who wants to fucking bring on the end times.
Yeah.
But the way the internet was talking about it was, people, evangelicals or newborn Christians want to bring on the end times, and we want Jesus to come, and we want it to, that's a forefront of we're always thinking about it, which is a load of shit. That's not what I think. That's not what people I know think. I've never grown. It's not what we were taught growing up.
I don't know anyone that thinks that way.
Well, I mean, there's like 7-day Adventists, mm-hmm. Because when I used to sell church signs, I would call the 7-day Adventist church, and sometimes you'd get, I'm just waiting for Jesus to come back. I've heard that more than once. But what are you saying?
I was saying there's a reason it's got its own name. It is its own. I don't know if sect is the correct word, but it's its own group. It's not just all evangelicals believe this. It's just
it's allegedly a secret sect of Christianity that is infiltrated itself into the government. Key members that are trying to usher in the second coming, and there's reports that they fired the head chaplain of the army. They fired the Army chief of staff because he wasn't into whatever. They allegedly there's been over 100 confirmed complaints to the religious freedom office of the military or the Department of Defense because military people were telling people that might get deployed that it has to do with the end times and that it's a righteous mission, some bullshit like that. Mm-hmm. I don't fucking believe all that shit. Yeah, I don't. My wife does.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah. My wife is completely into it. Completely, the thing that I have a problem with is number one, I grew up that way, and it's not, and I grew up and I spent a lot of time. I spent 7 years in the church sign business, hanging out with evangelicals all day long and selling stuff to evangelicals all day long for 7 years. And I didn't get that there was like a secret sect, you know, and anywhere. And then, as far as like all the wealthy people that I've met over the years, like those people don't want the fucking end times to come. They don't want there to be a nuclear holocaust and fucking Jesus to pop up. That's insane.
And lose all their power and wealth. Like,
Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo. Like that. And that's like my wife said that too. She's like, well, my wife thinks it's fucking there, and she thinks like they're egging on Trump, and Trump thinks he's part of, like, they think that Trump is part of, like, integral part to usher in the next Messiah. And I'm like, babe,
That's scary.
huh?
The next Messiah, that's a very scary.
Yeah,
Because
but wealthy people like to have money, and if the end times come, there's no more money. They like power, money, and like they like doing freaky rich people shit. You know what I mean? Like all these people who are like they're not even like rich people. They're above it. They're freaky rich people. You know, where like the wealth is truly unmeasurable to us, and they like doing, and like the couple that we've met, they like doing freaky shit, man. They're not into like losing everything and fucking ascending to heaven.
there's people who genuinely believe like it's eternal salvation. What does money matter at that point? But then there's also people I'm pretty sure that are in power in the government who just like to appeal to evangelicals because they're such a huge voting bloc by pretending to. I can't get a read on some like Lindsey Graham and Ted Cruz. Like, I can't tell if they actually believe the shit that they're saying.
Yeah, my wife thinks they're part of the death cult.
Yeah, they could be.
So does the internet.
Yeah, I think it's equally as likely that they just want to secure a big voting block and they're just pretending. But maybe it's just the money that they're getting. Maybe it's a combination of all three. But like that's like you've got sitting congressmen talking about how they choose Israel over the United States. That's.
I'd like to see where you got that information.
Lindsey Graham is like, if America turns his back on Israel, then God will turn his back on the United States.
But he didn't. But again, so that's not saying I support Israel over the United States. That's treason. That's treason.
Yeah,
like if
I was going on.
okay, I'm sorry.
Well, he's also said like if you've got the I don't know the exact quote word to word, but he's basically saying if you got anti-Semites standing against Israel, then in the United States, then I'm like screw all of them. I'm standing with Israel. I'm supporting Israel. Like, it's a little freaky. I'll have to pull up the exact terminology, but yeah.
Please do. What do you think, Luke? I mean, because you were part of the worship the bear cult of Michigan, right?
No, I was raised Catholic. I don't know. I feel like it's very. It reminds me of Waco, kind of like.
Yes.
They're trying to like.
Yes.
You know, like make the prophecies become fulfilled, and I feel like
Trump is David Koresh.
Yeah, this is just in the White House, not in.
He's in the White House,
Mount Carmel.
He's in Mount Carmel.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a lot to think about. I haven't been following this as much as I probably should be.
Good for you.
Yeah,
you're like Dean.
Yeah, I went from watching like 2 hours of Alex Jones every day. To
Alex Jones is completely turned on President Trump.
I know.
He's completely turned on.
To not watching like anything.
Did you hear what he like? I saw like a clip of him and he was like, in the whole 37 years I've done this, this is the most in danger we are. We're in danger of a Holocaust right now tonight. Right? Did you see that?
Yeah, he's
losing his mind.
I guess he's always right though. Like. He's always right. I don't care if I get flamed for that. He's always right.
This is a satanic death cult.
He's like he talked about Epstein like 10 years ago, and everyone's like, "That's crazy. There's no way that's real."
Well, Alex Jones is freaking out, thinking the end times are coming. That they're going to usher it in, but you think it's just going to be? We'll know like in.
I know it's
fucking an hour.
I know. I keep checking my watch. I'm like.
They're bombing the shit out of Iran right now, though.
Yeah,
like the last I looked, they're launching attacks on bridges, fucking trains, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I saw Israel put out do not ride a train today if you're in Iran, which is I don't know, kind of crazy.
I'm not about it.
Yeah.
So they already started bombing their bridges.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's from what I saw, like you can see like real time stuff and going on now, and there's pretty heavy attacks going on right now.
Yeah.
I think it's just really interesting that the whole fucking country is not for the. I don't know anybody who is for it.
Yeah.
And they're just go ahead and doing it. And then the other thing too is I don't understand why Congress isn't freaking out and saying like fucking, hey man, this is illegal.
Yeah.
Like you can't just fucking go to war without our approval.
Or any like general. I mean, I guess the generals just get kicked out.
Yeah, well they fucking kicked out the chief of staff of the army.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck you, dude.
And then also the guy, the head terrorism guy, that was on Tucker. That was interesting.
Pete Grant, I think his name is. What's his name? Oh God, what do you got now?
No, I was just gonna. I think I found the clip I'm talking about. This is Lindsey Graham on Fox News, right after a massive hurricane hit the state that he's, representing, and he was asked about it on Fox News.
I've been going all over South Carolina like most people. I hadn't slept much. But look what's going on in Israel. They're running out of ammunition in Israel.
And then
Israel.
and then this is the quote that I was quoting. 1 second.
Okay. After we get done with Lindsey Graham, we could talk about long range.
Sure, yeah.
Anti-Seminites to all the isolationists. I don't believe. Forget it. I'm not with you. I'm with Israel. I will be with Israel to our dying day.
Yeah, but he said anti-Semites and isolationists I'll be with. I mean, it's not saying.
Yeah, it's not borderline like he's on camera saying it, but it's a little weird that this guy that thinks that World War III will bring salvation.
He's never been. He's never been married.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's like an old creepy Southern politician. Never been married. That's your kind of guy, Luke.
No, it's not.
So I tried long range by myself at the docks range.
How'd it go?
Well, I mean, I tried with blackout, which is probably not a good idea, because I asked Nate to put together the Beretta AX whatever be fucking
the RX1,
that thing. The might be the terrorist gun from Sydney, right? It looks just like it, doesn't it?
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah, that's what I said. But so I tried with blackout, and I was trying 500 yards. I could not fucking hit that damn target. Could not. I went through a whole bag of pistol Pete ammo trying to get it, and I would hit here. I would hit behind it. I would hit. Shut up, Omar, shut up!
It's like 3 red flags in the 5-word sentence you said.
What?
Nothing. I won't.
So what scopes you have on it?
Oh, like the 3 to 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could ding, like, so how many yards do you think it is? Like, not the number 3 berm at the docks. There's number 3 berm, like there's the 1 berm, the 2 berm, the 3 berm, and the 4 berm.
The one all the way back is 300. The one in the one before that is 2. So I think the one marked number 3 is either the 2 or the 150.
Okay, so the 2 I could the 200 one I could hit, but then I was trying to get to 300. I thought it was 5, but I guess I got to get myself a rangefinder, figure out how far. But I couldn't. Oh, and Mauser was hitting that too. He's like, I hit the 500. I'm like, oh, it's 500? Is that what it is?
You took Mauser out there with you?
I did.
Okay.
He didn't help you out?
No, he left by the time I started doing it.
Oh, okay.
He was hogging the long range like section. Like he found the long range like seat and he just went to town, and that's what he was doing with his Mark 1.
Yeah.
And he was hitting the 300 with it. And then I really don't like how you're being mean to Pistol Pete ammo.
I was never mean.
But
You're making that up.
No, so
I have not said anything negative about Pistol Pete.
I know you just laugh. Like that.
This is America. I can
like
laugh.
that.
Do you know what though? It's quieter than because I took Barnes 220 out there, like Barnes 220 suppressor ammo. I took out there because they came out with a whole new line of different suppressor, and so I tried it right next to the Pistol Pete, and the Pistol Pete's quieter.
Are you shooting 308 subsonic?
No, 300.
Oh, 300.
300 blackout, yeah.
Was it subsonic?
Oh yeah, you dick! You thought I couldn't hit shit with the 308.
I thought that's what we were talking
No, we're talking about blackout.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. It was fucking blackout.
Okay. I thought we were talking about you.
No, and it was losing. What's it called when it loses its umph?
velocity.
Yeah, it probably couldn't. It probably couldn't make 300 yards.
Yeah, it's a difficult shot with subsonic 300.
Yeah. So, but I couldn't. Like it would. I would shoot, watch, see exactly where it would hit. Fucking like adjust my hit. Fucking shoot. Would not do any. It would.
Were you dialing, or are you just kind of holding over with your scope?
I was using the little like this.
Oh, just holding over.
Is that what it's called? Holding
Yeah.
over? Yeah, I was doing the holding.
Because you didn't
over
actually
thing.
turn the knob on the top to try to get you.
No,
up?
I don't know how to do that.
That's why you should come out with me. Show you how to use those and help you get in there.
I kind of want to like get at least kind of familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have so much fun shooting by myself. Like
It is fun.
Like it's fun just kind of figuring things out.
Yeah.
I will say, getting like someone to point out things at the very start and then going by yourself, I think is a lot better than the other way around. Because I was fortunate enough where the first time I shot seriously, Dean was there, and immediately he was like, all right, you're fucking holding the gun wrong, your fucking stance is wrong, you're doing this wrong, and he showed me how to do everything properly, and it was just one time. It was like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And in those 20 minutes now, from that point on, every day that I went out for the next 4 years, I had those fundamentals from Dean down, and those are what I drilled in. That's what I practiced. Versus if I hadn't gone with Dean at the start and I was just doing my own thing, doing everything wrong, I would have built up all the muscle memory of doing everything wrong. Then when he points out what I was doing wrong that I need to correct, I would have had to unlearn the original things I did and relearn it.
He also goes to Manatee, and I'm not going there. Like that's a
We can
problem.
go somewhere else.
I'm not going to Manatee.
I figured you wouldn't go out there.
Yeah, I'm not going out there. I'm not going out there.
The docks it is. We go to the docks.
All right. Because they has one like, how far is the one all the way down?
300.
No.
Mhm.
No, there's another one. There's one all the way like,
That's 300, yeah.
no, it's not.
Okay.
There's another one farther. Here.
No, you're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah, so here.
So it goes a little past 300. Maybe 4?
Here, so.
What the fuck are you driving?
He's got like a tank.
that's him.
I told you, he's got like a tank.
He's got a tank, yeah.
He's got a tank.
He's got a tank at the range. That's
Well, he wants you to drive in the tank.
he wants me to drive in the tank.
Well, he wants you to shoot in it. He thinks
Okay.
that he made this road for you.
For me?
Yeah.
I will
He
drive
made
the
this
tank.
little road for you because he wants you to come out with Eric and shoot content with you, like fucking shooting and him driving, I think.
Okay.
And there's that one, and then there's
Those
those.
targets are at 100.
Okay,
Those guys are 100.
right.
That's 150. The one behind it is 2.
Okay.
All the way back, I believe, is 3.
That's 3. Okay, so I can hit that target there. I
believe that's
couldn't
2.
hit this up here. Look,
I'm looking. I've been down there.
you've been all the way down here,
Mhm, I
and you think this is 500 yards.
You could look it up on Google Earth. I could tell you right now if you.
You know, that's a great, that's a great point.
I could tell you right
Hold on, but the berm you thought was the furthest, Omar. That's a 300. He just showed you one past 300. Is that
No,
what's going on?
it was my impression that the one all the way down was at 3. I might be wrong.
The drive in that video seemed longer than 300 yards. That'd be fun.
Okay,
Just
well,
stick little
will you
1-inch
go with
targets
me?
out there? Yeah, it was set up a day.
Yeah, I took one of the real nice SIG scopes because I figured nobody will buy it, nobody will sell it here.
Was
I
you going to put
figured-
it on the Beretta?
I did. I
Yeah.
gave it because I was gonna take like I wanted the 5-27, I think, from Vortex,
Oh yeah, the Gen 2.
the Gen 2, but we don't have one, and I didn't want to order one if I have that SIG sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, no one's gonna buy it. Like, no, it's not that no one's gonna buy it. Just none of my guys are gonna actively like try to fucking
Yeah,
sell,
push it. Yeah,
push a SIG over a Vortex or a Night Force,
yeah.
especially with you know. But so High Point called today.
Are we in trouble again?
No, they called to tell me we're not in trouble, and they're offended that we said we're on. They were kind of offended that we said we were in trouble.
Oh, that just started with that. Huh?
No, they called and said we heard that we're suing you, and I said, well, that's what you said. You said that if we didn't take the video down, that you're going to send lawyers after us. And then they said, no, that's not what we said. And I'm like, that's totally what you said. And she's like, and they're like, no, that's not what we said. I said, yeah, it's exactly what they said.
Are we talking about this? Is this another like parent company versus High Point themselves?
So no,
situation?
so it is not the owner of High Point, but the other company, the MKS. They called me.
Okay.
So MKS called.
You cause a lot of confusion by just calling one company High Point. I think this whole thing started because you called the parent company High Point.
Well, I mean, it gets more confusing.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
So they want to send us cans. They've come out with a 22 and a 945 can that they want us to shoot and do another follow-up video actually with High Point cans.
Like actually High Point cans? These ones are actually called High Point?
Yes.
Okay.
These are actually High Point cans made by High Point. And they want us to set they're allegedly like they said that they're getting a lot of good press by the internet.
I mean, this went so well last time.
Huh?
This went so well last time.
I know. But I mean, I love chaos, so I figured it'd be kind of funny.
So I'm guessing you said yes. We're getting these in.
No, I said I would talk to you fellas first.
Oh,
I've got to get you guys on board if we do something. I've got to get them on board. Like I can't just say, "Hey, we're gonna film this. Have fun," because then they're like, "All right, what do you want me to say?" Okay, and then what? And then what? I've got to have them. Everybody has to be in agreement what we're going to do.
Happy and creative.
Correct.
Yeah.
Everybody has to be happy and creative. But they did call. So it's funny because they called us, or they called me, and I saw the caller ID, and I haven't talked to them since they kind of said they're going to sue us. And then she's like, and they were like, I heard we're going to sue you. I like, yeah, oh, and I figured they must have watched somebody must have watched the podcast and got mad, right? I figured like the actual High Point owners saw the podcast and said, "God damn it, we're not fucking suing them. Why are they saying this?" What do you think, Omar?
I don't.
Well, come on.
I don't think.
Of course you do. Do you think we should bring their cans down for comparison?
Again, it went so well last time.
Well, maybe they bettered it.
Well, it's not even the same company. I'm saying like the proposition of doing a High Point silencer video. This exact thing happened a couple months back, and it was just a whole disaster.
It was a disaster. It made good. I mean, it made good content though.
If I get written verbal confirmation that it is actually a High Point can, and I won't, I can actually call it that, and I can actually talk about it honestly. That's one thing. But if it's going to go the same way it did last time, no, thank you.
They're baffle cans too.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they are.
But so then they talked about how they're coming out with 3D printed cans at NRA, and they're launching 3D printed cans with Inconel, blah 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 blah.
This is something I've been meaning to tell you about. I guess this is a better time.
Sure, let's do it.
As good of a time as any.
Sure.
We kind of started this whole thing of like if somebody reaches out to us and they have a can, we kind of test it out. It's going to get real difficult to do that real soon. There's a new person coming out with a new 3D printed can like every day. It's like at what point I feel like we got to at least find out something about the can that sets it apart. Cuz like I know it's going to get real hard at a point to make like any substantive video on it if it's just another hub compatible low back pressure 3D printed Inconel or titanium silencer that's priced at about $1,000. Like, there's going to be a trillion of those.
My solution to that problem is I try them first, and if I think they're decent, I bring them to you. Like I did that today. I did that this weekend. I brought out Rampart.
Okay, what'd you think?
Okay for the price point. Okay, like it didn't beat the Roadie. And it definitely so maybe I should come so the Rampart guy came in here, cool guy, and what they did was they licensed the infinitum technology from Otter Creek Labs and tried to expand upon it and make a can out of it. And I tried that on their 30 cal on my Blackout, and I thought that the Sahara was way better. And I thought that why bring in another 30 cal can if the Sahara is just as good? But theirs is less money. So maybe that's a. But I get what you're saying. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I don't just throw anything at you guys. Like it's stuff that I look at. Like the who's the like the science of suppression. They have some really cool stuff. Stealth Additive Works has really cool stuff, but you know who they are. And I mean, I won't bring anybody unless it's cool. But you're right. But still, like we have a connection to High Point. They wanted to sue us. We made that video and it was such a fucking thing. So but you know what it did get me thinking? Like, so if it makes me like, so when we talked about suppressors last week, talking to High Point today and how they're going to come out with NRA with all these tons of cool cans, I thought like, fuck, dude, let's just like, let's not hold back. Let's just fucking attack the suppressor market. Like, let's make let's, because I was like, all right, let's try the 22 first, and then we're gonna try this one, and then I was driving over here from talking with them, and I'm like, man, let's just fucking develop a battle plan and fucking attack it. Because I mean, if
balls deep, huh?
Go balls deep.
Yeah.
I mean, if fucking High Point's going balls deep, fuck that shit, man. Like, I mean, that's the thing that we've been into suppressors for years, shooting them, testing them, selling them, making suppressor companies rich, promoting their brands, and what have we gotten out of it? A couple free dinners? We haven't gotten shit. What do you think? What are your thoughts, Brown?
Brown? Okay.
Can I call you Brown?
Okay.
Brown Lightning.
Sure, the lightning makes it better. The video I really want to make, you won't let me do.
What's that?
I want to do like a suppressor battle royale, where like if a new company comes out with a new can, I want to compare it against my favorite can in its same class in the same price point and see if it does anything better. And if it doesn't, just be like, just buy this one instead. So for example,
we could say fuck you and throw it into a fucking fucking fire.
And a fire.
Yeah, like we'll have like a battle royale.
Give it away, it's useless.
This sucks.
It doesn't necessarily mean it sucks. I want to make that very clear. Most products do what they need to. My gate for it is, does it do anything better than the thing I know I love in that same price point? So for example, somebody comes out with a new 3D printed, hub compatible, low back pressure Inconel 556 can, priced at $900. So I want to try it next to a roadie or a fire team or whatever and see if it can do anything better than those two. Is it better gas? Is it better sound? Is it better form factor? Is it better anything? And if it can't do anything as good as one of those cans, just be like, hey, this can is not bad. It's not like it doesn't do anything. It still does what it's designed to do. But at this price point, just get this one instead. That's kind of my thought process behind it. Because again, like you can, your whole thing about the Procore really got me started on it.
Procore.
Our little conversation about the Procore. Because again, the Procore is a good can. There's nothing wrong with that can. But at its price point, does it do anything better? Which it might, by the way, because we haven't done this comparison. I'm just using it as an example. I'm not saying the Procore doesn't do anything good.
You're so mean to them.
I'm not.
They took us out to a really nice steak dinner.
They didn't take me out.
Because you're hanging out with fucking Luhan.
Anyways, that was just an example pick. Any can that comes out. Okay. I want to test it out against something in its same price range and the same like general specs and see if it does anything better. And if it does, I can be like, okay, it's not as quiet as the roadie, but it's less back pressure, let's say. Or it's not as low back pressure as the roadie, but it's, whatever, less splash. Just test every like metric across the board and do like a battle royale to see if the kings I hold high, like right now, roadie 6, fire team, the Hesse, those are kind of my three like 556 picks.
The three horsemen.
Mm-hmm. Max sound, max gas, and flash, and then somewhere in the middle. Those are like my three picks. I want to compare the new 556 cans that come out at that price point against those and see if it can do anything better than those three, or if it can maybe slide itself in on that scale of sound versus back pressure.
I'm down. I'll do. Why do you think I won't do that?
Because you've told me before that you don't want to do suppressor comparison videos because you don't want to pit product that we sell against each other.
I want to support people who are cool who are innovative, who understand that they will give you and who can give us support that we need in order to be a dealer and to sell things. Like I want to support those type of companies. I think that there is definitely like a changing of the guard. I think that there's room for different suppressor companies, but I'm kind of like I've chosen the companies that I want to go with. Like I want to like if we ever get tuna cans, I'd like to use theirs. I'd also like to use Sonic Core cans. I'd like to use the regular design cans. I like to use Exigent cans and Dead Air and a couple other more brand JK, a couple more other brands, and that's it. And then not bring in any more brands unless they do something extremely well. And I'm not sure if it's going to get there. I think like maybe like we've gotten past the advances that we'll see this year.
I don't think so. I think there's still a lot to go. I was talking to Eric about this in the car before, and he was like, okay, where do suppressors go once they've reached the limit of like how quiet they can be? And I told him like once somebody comes out with the quietest physically possible can, then somebody will give them competition by making something as quiet but cheaper, or as quiet but lighter, or as quiet and less back pressure. And then little by little, those will get filled. So somebody will make like a fire team quiet can with 0 back pressure, and then somebody else will make that can that's lighter, and then somebody else will make that can but shorter, and then somebody will make that can but cheaper, and then eventually we'll probably start bleeding into the ambient, where now you're looking at which of the quietest, lightest, lowest back pressure, lowest flash can stays the coolest, for example. Like which one doesn't heat up like the ambient cans. Like there's so many different metrics. There's always a way to min-max those metrics to get you to like the perfect can. And I think there's still a long way to go for that. And then once we get to the perfect can, somebody will find a way to make it cheaper. And then there'll be more competition.
I get sentimental, and I just want to support the people I know.
That's fair. I mean, there's looking at it of wanting to support the people, which I completely understand. And then there's also looking at it just purely as like what the product being offered is.
I mean, it's kind of like the MFMD, like that one, like, do you know that guy or anything? Or like, that's just a really good can that like, I feel like we should sell because it's, from what Omar says, probably like the best can on the market for sound suppression.
That to me is more of a project. The MFMD is like, I wouldn't recommend anybody spend $18.99 on a can when they could be getting 99% of the performance for $8.75. But if you're looking for, like, if that extra 5% increase or the extra recoil reduction or whatever is important to you, and you're willing to pay whatever to make it up, I think that's a more specialized offering. There's a lot more general purpose cans that I recommend. That is like, I'm looking for something very specific. Like what I think the MFMD is perfect for is like a distance gun, a DMR, a PRS rifle, anything meant for like precision and low signature, because it reduces recoil, which for PRS guns per Dean, very, very important. Having a muzzle brake on there is very important. That thing kind of acts like a muzzle brake. 0 flash. If you're in a bush somewhere, in a ghillie suit, nothing's going to come out the end of that gun, even if you're shooting at night. For that purpose, I think it's perfect. Is it perfect for everybody? Like you're just trying to build out your gun and trying to get the best results for the money? No. There's, you can get almost there with a lot less money invested into it in a more traditional form factor. There's specialized cans, and then there's like general purpose. I recommend everybody cans. Yeah,
what I'm saying is like what Will said is like not bringing everybody in, like, but that's a can that like I feel like we should bring in, like the specialized, really innovative stuff.
It's time to get some people out. Who gets the kibosh? Throwing them out.
We'll do the battle royale, and then like I think ideally you want to have a can offering for each caliber, for each purpose, at each price point. I think that's the ideal like inventory for silencers. You have your cheap silencers. You have one that's extremely quiet. You have one that's extremely light. You have one that's extremely low back pressure for each caliber offering. And then you probably have like a couple mixes in between. And then you have that same for a medium price point, and the same for an expensive price point. And it's still a lot of cans, a lot of different companies to carry. But now you don't have to carry two competing products where one just does everything marginally better. You can just ditch the secondary one, where if somebody comes in asking for that, marginally inferior one, you can just say, hey, we tested it, and this one here is the same money, and it just does everything slightly better.
What if we could cover all those bases and be less expensive than everybody?
You would have to make like 1,000 SKUs.
Yeah, kind of not.
This is kind of what I went into last week, is that you're never going to be able to make a can that's perfect for everybody.
Right, but so, okay. I want a 5.56 can that's tuned for the majority of stuff that we sell here. I want a blackout can that is tuned for the majority of stuff that I want a 9mm can that's tuned for the majority of stuff that we do here. PCC is because not many people buy handgun 9 cans. Or they do, but, just sell the fucking hobby. Like, you can't get much better. What if we can do all that and beat people? Like, if we make our own, we can beat people's prices by a large margin and still make money.
Sure.
No, what I'm saying is, if you can, hypothetically, if you can do that, do you do that?
Well, yeah, but I just don't think you think that you're going to be able to cover all of your bases. As long as you focus on a specific thing and market it that way, like, hey, this is for people who want the quietest, or multiple things, the quietest and the lightest, or the quietest and the lowest back pressure. But just understand, you can't make a wonder can that's going to fulfill everybody's requests. Like I said last week, even if you make the quietest 9mm can ever built, some dude's still going to walk in and ask for the lightest weight one.
Of course, but what is the majority of people coming into the gun shop want?
It changes a lot.
Quietest, I would guess.
Quiet is number one, but quiet, I feel like, is what people go for at first, for their first can. And then once they've got the quietest, now they start searching for other things, especially with 5.56 cans. People generally go for the search for the quietest one. They get it. They love it. It's super quiet. But then for their next build, they want another dedicated can. Maybe they just want something that's super short or super high flow.
So we had a company come in the other day, and they were hanging out and being cool. And they were like, hey, yeah, I know that you're doing your own 22 cans, but here, let me show you these. And they showed me two. And I didn't get to shoot them, but I looked at them, and I was like, all right, well, how much do these cost? And he's like, well, we don't really have the ability to sell them because we sold them all to Sports South, but you can check it out over there. And the price for what they're offering at Sports South, fucking shit. Like we could sell, my instinct tells me that the 22 can that we had, we could sell for just a little bit more than the dealer cost and fucking kill them in quality and everything. But that's what I'm saying. If we make it, like if we go to our additive friends and say, hey, this is what we want, prototype it, I'll buy X amount. Then I'm pretty sure from everything in it, like we could kill everybody in price if we're selling our own shit. Because you completely, like, you knock out two people in the like, you knock out the distributor and you knock out the other guy too. Because what the other companies are doing, they're just doing the same thing that we are. They're buying from somebody.
Yeah.
Majority of the companies are buying from, so you're knocking out that person and you're knocking out the distributor, and then you have the cost of the can. And then if you're selling that cost directly to the consumer, then you fucking got it made, homie.
Also factor in cost of testing too. Like if you're going to market something as full auto rated, you got to dump a lot of fucking full auto through it to actually put that rating on there.
After hearing High Point in their grand suppressor plans, I was like, man, we should do that. Wouldn't it be cool if we were I love the gun shop, and it's what I like to do the most. Like, I love selling guns. I love being an entrepreneur and doing this. But what if we were just a can company?
Just a can company?
Well, I mean, plus all the other stuff that we do.
Okay.
Like, what if we just did production? Like, we just built our ARs and made our shit cool and did this and did that, and we did lots of cans.
That would suck. I
Why?
love the retail store.
I do too. I do too, but we could. It's not, but there's no reason why we can. If fucking High Point can, why can't we?
We can add it to our roster. We don't have to shut down retail for it.
Okay. I was thinking about buying another building, doubling size, getting a printer.
That'd be cool.
Like buying a printer, buying two, and trying to do it on our own.
I don't see any reason we shouldn't
can't
try.
we?
If you're down, hell
Why
yeah.
can't we try it? Why can't we do it? Like, what else are we going to fucking do? Play World of Warcraft? You look sad.
Not sad.
You don't like this idea?
I don't want retail to be shut down. I like it here.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
Fucking retail's cool. Famous people come in. Fucking, it's fun. You can talk about guns all day. We have fucking the coolest guns all over. I dig it. No, I really like, my whole thing of retail is I believe that people, I've been in sales since I was fucking 5 years old. I've always been, what I used to do? I used to ride my big wheel around the fucking cul-de-sac in New Jersey, and I would go up to the neighbor's door, and I'd knock on the door, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Or, hey, can you help me, please? My name's Poncho, and my parents don't feed me. Can I stay for dinner?
Really?
I swear to God. And that's how I got fat.
Holy shit.
Like, I was a normal kid, and then after dinner, I would fucking pop on my big wheel. My mom and dad were having martinis, or my dad, unless my dad was away, were deployed, and I would ride my big wheel around New Jersey and fucking roll up to someone's front door, knock on the door, and say, can I stay for dinner? I was selling myself, saying, "Hey, let's," and they, "Oh, sure, little fat kid, come on in," and that's how I got bit in the face by the dog.
Oh shit!
But I kind of want to talk about something a little serious right now. And if it turns out bad, we can always just fucking redact it from the podcast. So Frank got 3 years today.
Yeah.
Do you know that, Dean?
Yeah.
Do you know that, Omar?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody. So let me go into what happened. So we had a guy named Frank work here for us, and he did dealer sales, and he was an amazing person, really cool. And Frank was from New York, and he was old school, and we noticed he was old school. And right when he started working in retail, we told him, look, can't fuck around. You absolutely cannot fuck around, and don't even think about doing it. Don't, and they'll come fucking get you. I had that talk with him more than one time. Now, he did dealer sales for us, the majority. So he would sell to dealers all across the country. And then what happened, we went to SHOT Show one year, and we came back, and the next day, Frank disappeared. And so we freaked out and said, fuck, where the fuck is Frank? And we did some digging and figured out that the ATF snatched him. And what Frank did was he sold his personal guns that he bought from here to ATF informants that were undercover, which included 2 Taurus revolvers, a Tisa's 1911, his personal Scorpion that he had, really, really good guns. An M80 or a
320.
A 320. Like, just, I think another Taurus. Just like, I think 5 guns in total. And we never heard from Frank again. We had to use our lawyers to contact the ATF lawyers and say, hey, what the fuck's going on? We had to, enact DEFCON 4, make sure that everything was completely copacetic with the gun shop. We expected an audit at any time. We canceled different shows that we were going to. It was a fucking mess. Never heard from Frank again. Never heard about the situation again until today. Today we found out that Frank was convicted on August 26th of 2025, and then sentenced recently. I can't figure out when he was sentenced, but he was sentenced to 3 years and 3 months in federal prison. Now, the thing that I want to talk about is that bullshit, or is it justice has been served? Because, I get the crime, right? So what I figured happened is that the ATF came into our gun shop trying to sting us, trying to get us to do something stupid. And our compliance is such, due to the angry Chris Ballard. I have a compliance guy who's been with me for 14 years, and he's absolutely worth his fucking weight in gold. He's an angry motherfucker, but man, he does not let anything get past him. And we've got a system in place where we have 2 eyes on the form to make sure that nothing gets fucked up. It goes back to Chris. Chris makes sure it's not fucked up, whether a fucked up person is buying it, whether there's shit on the form, anything. And then when it leaves, we have another set of eyes, 2 people, 1 Chris. It's quite in depth, the process that we have. So we think what happened was the ATF came in, tried to get Frank to do something stupid. Frank tried to do something stupid. We caught it. And then ATF contacted him after on his personal cell or whatever, and then did something dirty on the outside. Now, is that justice has been served, or is it like, what the fuck, dude? You put a 57-year-old man in jail.
Or do we know that it was an ATF informant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says it in the thing.
Confidential informant. That could have just been a felon that
Flipped on him.
It could have been a felon that got caught with a gun that he bought, and then when he got arrested, they asked him, "Who'd you buy this from?" and then made him wear a wire that go try to buy again.
Okay.
That's how I read it when I read Confidential Informant, but I also watch a lot of TV, so I don't know. The way that I was thinking about it is Frank sold a gun to somebody, and that person was a felon, and they got caught with a gun, and when he was caught, they basically told him, look, you're going to do this again, you're going to wear a wire, and we're going to get the guys.
Well, in years of dealing with the ATF and years of being cheated on by girls and living life, my instinct tells me that my story that I've invented in my mind is probably close to the truth.
Okay.
Just my instinct tells me something like that probably happened. But you're right, I have no proof. Just like me calling you out with, like, you've got no proof. It's the same thing. Like, yeah, it's just pure conjecture, which I kind of think happened. And what you think could have happened as well, he could have been at the gun show and he could have sold one of his personal guns to somebody and they could have gotten popped, and then they could have went back to him and it could have been nothing from the ATF. But the things that I say, like, because I've called out ATF members when they're here at the shop and said, you're fucking ATF. And they're like, yeah. And they've mentioned things, how they've been in here before. And I'm like, oh, I just kind of think that's kind of what they would do. But anyway, is it, back to my point, is it justice served? Because I told the story to the High Point people, and the High Point people were like, that sucks, but fuck yeah, get him. Because the High Point people said, we need there to be really, really harsh sentences and harsh consequences to happen to people that fuck around in our industry.
Is this
So
High
they
Point
don't do
or
it again.
MKS?
MKS.
You got to stop doing that.
Right, you're right. Okay, MKS.
So you think the punishment was too high?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think the punishment was too high. What do you gain by putting someone who's 57 years old in jail?
Deter other people. Deter him. If it was shorter, what if he came out and did it again? Not saying he would, but it helps deter
I know, that's
people.
why so also, I get it, but it's not like he was flipping Barretts to the cartel. It's not like he was selling AKs. It's not like he was selling cheap ARs. It's not like someone said, hey, go get 10 fucking ATIs, sell them so I can break them down and ship them to fucking Haiti. Like, it was a Taurus fucking 607 polymer protector.
Well, it was multiple guns.
Multiple guns, yeah. It's 6 counts.
And only 3 years, less than a year per gun. I thought it was okay.
You thought it was okay?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a harsher sentence.
I thought it was going to be harsher. And
I'm sure.
I read it, and
I'm
I saw
sure there
3.
was. I'm sure there was probably a 10-year sentence, and he got it knocked down.
Yeah, because he said he was guilty. Maybe some type of time served. I'm sure he was probably on house arrest or something right after.
Yeah,
And he served his country.
Yeah,
All
I
that
thought they
would've
went
helped
kind of easy on. I thought it was appropriate. I liked it. Hopefully, people don't try this nonsense again. It's good for our industry.
Yeah, but my thing is, like, are they really making an example out of it? Who knows about this but, like, us? Like, they put a little post.
a whole lot of people
public.
know about it now.
Yeah.
They're watching the podcast.
And it is public, so.
Yeah, but, like, who is like, I'm gonna sell a felon a pistol, but then they see a story about Frank. Like, no one really knows about what, like, I don't know. No one's like following these stories really, unless it's like public, like it's on the news or it goes viral for some reason. I don't know. That's my take on it.
I think if he would have got a couple months and then your take, like someone's maybe thinking of this, they're not looking at that, but if they did look and they seen he's getting out in 3 months for selling multiple, firearms illegally to a felon, why not? Especially maybe still something bigger, make more of a profit, do your 3 months, and then you're good. I think it's good. It should be a.
So
a
you think
punishment on
justice
this.
served?
Yeah. I like Frank. He was a good dude. He's fun. Nothing against Frank. He did something bad. So, due to crime, due to time.
You were going to say something, Mo?
I was just going to say I'm conflicted because on one hand, right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Exactly.
Anybody should be able to.
There's no ...
Yeah, there's that side of it. There's a side of me that's thinking, the ATF has done way worse than selling a few guns to a felon.
Bingo.
If it's a dual tier.
What about Fast and Furious?
Yeah, Operation Fast and Furious. It's a dual tier justice system. So on that hand, I'm like, obviously none of this should be a thing at all. But coming back down to reality a little bit, for what that crime is on the books and how many times he did it, I feel like when I first read he was convicted, I was expecting a lot more than 3 years.
I was thinking 10, and then when I saw the 3 years, I was like, oh, wow.
What about when we looked all over the country trying to find anybody who's done the same thing and served time, and we couldn't find anybody?
True, I remember that.
Remember that? We looked when it happened, we went all throughout, because you can look on different DOJ sites and try to find people who've been convicted of what Frank did, and every time it happened, there was drugs involved. Like it was somebody selling drugs, and then on the an extra charge they were fucking selling guns too, or some shit like that. And you couldn't find anybody who went to jail. And 3 years of federal prison. 57 years old.
Maybe they all had someone to snitch on. They got the bigger something later.
The only thing that
we need a lawyer here.
Yeah, we need Jeff.
We need Jeff here.
The things that bother me is from him working here, he knew better. That's the only thing that bothers me is like if it's just a random person maybe doing something like this, maybe I can understand it. But working here, the laws, the rules,
the consequences.
Such a dumb thing to do. And two, I wouldn't say he put our livelihoods at risk, but
he put our livelihoods at risk.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
I mean, I had to do 2 full inventories the next day.
Oh, yeah.
I was so pissed. I was like, fuck.
So when something like that, if something like that happens in a gun shop, if you think the ATF is coming, you've got to stop everything you're doing, full audit the whole place, and you've got to pull 2 or 3 people. That's all they do, and they can't fucking leave until they do it. And that was Luke. Yeah. Who else? Did Lou help you, or was it just Luke? Just you?
It was me. I mean, Josh and Ian helped me, and then over here, Candrew helped me.
I bet he helped you.
Yeah.
I bet he was helping you a lot in the back. Let me be your little ATF slave, Luke.
Let me touch your scanner.
Let me touch your scanner.
You're very close to just writing fan fiction. There's a point where it supersedes just being a passing joke, and now you're starting to make up scenarios.
They were together in the back. They started rubbing on each other.
I don't get out much, man. This is my only outlet.
50 Shades of Luke.
50 Shades of Candrew.
He took off his shirt voluptuously.
His fat rolls rippled in the distance. His back hair bristled with sweat.
Stop, dude. That's so fucking nasty.
They made Luke's girlfriend. They made Luke's girlfriend sit in the cuck chair.
See, you're just inventing a whole story here.
I mean, I have an inventive mind.
Yeah, bright creative mind.
Bright creative mind. But it's yeah. I mean, he fucking completely. And maybe I should just be. Maybe I'm too much of a fucking softie. But I just at the end of the day, did it? I get it if it was somebody selling something to, trying to get a straw sale passed. Say if 2 fucking gangbangers come in and they have their girlfriend and they try to buy a 5.7, and Frank says, "Oh, yeah, she's supposed to buy the 5.7," and we're like, "No, fucker, I'm not doing that." And then said gangbanger contacts Frank later and says, "Hey, why don't you get me a fucking an AK. And then he sells the AK to some guy, and then he's like, all right, now go get me a KSG. Now go get me this. Go get me this. Different guns that you know, but that's not what happened. Like, he just sold his personal guns that he acquired here over time.
Legally, doesn't matter what the guns were, though.
I understand legally. I understand. Maybe I need to have the lawyer here to slap me back in shape, because I'm sounding like a puss right now. Because he jeopardized all of our jobs. And at the time, I think there were 64 people working here. All of our jobs, all of our livelihood for what?
A couple $100 fucking dollars.
For a couple $100 fucking dollars.
I really liked Frank. Like, Frank was a great guy. But, after seeing the sentence, my first thought wasn't like, oh, how dare the ATF do this when they did Fast and Furious. I was just like, I'm glad he's going to get out, at least.
Okay.
3 years it's a lot of time in a federal prison. I would never want to serve 3 years in fucking prison. But at least it's not a life sentence. At least he's going to
but
at one point.
Coming from somebody, like, I've been in trouble with the law. I've been inside. And believe it or not, like, I've spent time. I had to do time.
Federal prison?
No, but I had to serve a sentence one time. I got in trouble a lot as a kid, and I got, like, my conviction deferred if I finished all my stipulations of probation, and I had a really good lawyer. But I had to serve, like, 90 days. And, dude, it fucking sucks. The snoring in there is amazing.
Well, I was his roommate at SHOT Show. So.
Did he snore really bad?
No, he had the CPAP machine. I always say we had 3 people in that room. It was me, Frank, and the CPAP machine. But no, that bummed me out too, because we went to SHOT Show. He was my roommate. Like, we got real close, and then like the next day he was gone.
He borrowed like $800 from Andrew too. He ran out of money in Vegas and borrowed like money from Andrew. And then the next day he was nabbed by the fucking ATF.
At least he got to go to the Fuck Palace.
Yeah, he went to Fuck Palace. God, I hope he had a good time there, man.
It's 8:00, just so everyone knows.
Oh shit. It's 8:00.
What's 8:00?
Oh, it's
time.
The missiles are going to fly.
Fire the missiles.
Is it 8 Eastern?
Yeah.
It's 8:00.
It's 8 Eastern. We're still here. We're still here. I thought we would do an ammo update. Ammo is still allocated. Can't find it. I did find a couple things. It seems to be stabilized where there's not enough of it to go around. Prices went up, which is kind of cool, and people stopped buying, which is not what happened last time. Prices went up last time, and people kept buying. But we're slowly running out of 9mm. So, Omar, not to poke the bear or to your compatriot, Quentin Tarantino came in yesterday and bought a P10C.
Sure did. After a lot of...
Hold on. So this guy, Omar's best friend is, I call him Quentin Tarantino. He looks and sounds just like, well, he actually looks like Pablo Picasso now. He has a beard and hair, but in the back of the day...
Pablo Picasso?
Yeah, to me, he looks like a Colombian drug lord, but a young one.
Pablo Picasso was a Colombian drug lord?
Wait, no, Pablo Escobar.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. That's
Okay.
my oldness and my tism.
Okay.
So he looks like, someone out of Narcos, and now he actually flies a plane.
He does. He's a pilot.
He's a pilot. He looks like a fucking drug pilot. He's got like fucking stupid hair, and anyway, you and him are very close, and you guys shoot a lot together. Like it's like you're Cheech and Chong, right? And you are no holds bar. Glock is the only way to go pistol guy.
Correct.
And he just bought a P10C.
Do you know how many nights I had to convince him to not? The morning of, he called me and he's like, hey, I'm trying to call the shop and the phone's not working. And I go...
It's just because Mauser was on the phone.
And I just go, weren't you? Well, it was saying this person's not subscribed to Google Voice or something.
Right. No, it's just because Mauser was on the phone and then probably someone else called and he was on the phone the whole time.
He's like, I can't get in touch with the store. I'm like, why are you trying to get in touch with the store? He's like, and asked if they have any P10Cs. And I'm like, no! no, we have Glock 19s. Buy a Glock 19. And he's like, I just heard that Germany adopted the P10C as their duty pistol over the Glock. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, the Islamic Republic of Shitistan fucking adopted the CZ because it was probably $100 cheaper per unit. Buy a fucking Glock. And he's like, this YouTube short over here told me that the P10C is actually like better than the Glock, actually. Sorry, I'm voice gets.
No, I like that voice.
Yeah. I make fun of him a lot.
You gotta monetize that fucking voice. Those voices.
No, me and Sean's relationship is very interesting, where he will concede that, you know, I work at a gun store. I have a decent idea of what I'm talking about generally when it comes to things, and then just refuses to listen to anything I say.
I like that.
And at the end of the day, it's his money. Whatever makes him happy. When he asks me for help with his CZ, I will not be offering it.
How's the Beretta experiment that he's involved with?
He really wants it to be going well. And it seems like every time he's out there, he's troubleshooting something.
It's pretty funny. So all of us are either if it's not a Glock, it's staccatos and stuff like that. Does he even have one?
A staccato?
Yeah.
No, he just has 3 fucking Berettas.
So and he bought like the high end Beretta things, and I can never get the fucking shoot well. Like every time he's like, "Here, you want to try it?" And every time I've tried it, it fucking jams.
Yeah, and then
he can shoot
I've tried it jams, and then he just goes like, "Oh, it's just you." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's just me.
It's me too, but he can shoot it pretty well. But is he still shooting it? Does it have all those fucking parts on it?
It's got a lot of fucking parts on it.
What gun is it?
It's an M9A4, and then he's also got the 92X performance.
Oh, okay.
He's like a big Beretta guy.
They don't shoot good?
It's got like different things on it and shit.
Well,
I can't ever get it to cycle. Maybe, and I mean, I'm not tactical Timmy, dude. I can't.
What do you put a bunch of like open upgrades on, like open divisions?
It's like some fucking.
He put a compensator on it, and then he put an acro on it, and it's like that's a
big riser.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It's the only way you can fucking mount a dot to that
It's
thing.
like this big.
Yeah.
Is it one of the frame mounted ones?
like
or?
No, it's a slide mounted one on their optic cuts, so it doesn't dig into the slide any. It just sits on top of the slides. So like the slide comes to a narrow point at the top, and then there's just a flat plate sitting on top of it with a microwave on top. And there's also a compensator. And I'm like, oh god.
And a flashlight too.
And
right?
a flashlight. Yeah.
A flashlight.
Anyways, I'm trying to convince him when he first started off in his gun journey. He listened to me. He was being a good boy. We got him a Glock. He put an acro and an X300 on it. He shot the shit out of it. He was doing really well with it. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know if he just started watching way too many YouTube shorts. I don't know if his algorithm just started showing him those people who are like, who's wearing a police vest and is like, great question.
It's so literally like if you he'll be shooting this. Well, I haven't seen it lately. But he'll be shooting that fucking Beretta, and he'll be doing well with it. He's like, "You want to try it?" And you fucking pick it up, and it will not work. And it's not just me. I've seen many people like pick up his fucking Beretta, and it doesn't work.
I want to just shit talk. I kind of do want to just shit talk my friend for a while, but anyways, I had nothing to do with his CZ purchase, and I did not condone it. I actively told him not.
You couldn't talk him out of it?
No, I told him the morning of when he called me, I said, you are not allowed to buy a CZ. And that didn't work. He called my bluff. I can't do anything about it.
Does he ever watch Gun Slaps?
I don't think so, no.
Right?
Have you guys seen all
every day?
Every day they fucking rag on CZ people. You see the one today?
Help my boy. I couldn't help him.
Well, I mean, let's hope he comes back.
Well, eventually he will. Like, I'm pretty confident. This is kind of like parenting, where it's like, if I just tell him the answer, he won't listen to me. I just have to let him make the poor choices, live with them, and then end up with a Glock again. I'm just waiting for that whole thing to blow over.
So, the Glock killers, what do you think? The Ruger RXM or the CZ P10C?
I don't know, man. I'm sure they're great handguns. The RXM would be my preference because it is just a fucking Glock. CZ is just a Glock clone. Anyways,
Over a
Nothing
Gen,
against
over a Gen 6?
It's another one of these situations where I feel like people take what I'm saying with a lot of heart and passion. Of course, I'm exaggerating for the video, but it's like I don't think the CZ is a bad gun. I don't think any modern handgun.
Why wouldn't he buy just the Glock? Like, so P10C is essentially the Glock 19.
Kinda. Like,
Why not just buy the Glock 19 with an
polymer
acro?
That's what I said.
Like, why not buy the Koa one? We have them right over there.
I try to get him to answer to me. I'm like, look, man, I'm not saying the CZ's a bad gun, but why would you buy it over a Glock? And he didn't have an answer from me. The only thing he told me was, well, Germany fucked the
Bundeswasser, actually.
the Bundeswehr. It's like saying that you'd rather get an M17 because the military picked it. Like, they pick it because it's fucking cheap.
So I wanted to give an update on Sharkapalooza attendees. We have 17 vendors for the bays confirmed. So that's pretty much a whole lineup. We're still going to have some more people show up. So the people are coming. Vector Rifles, they will hook up with Huxwork again. Gemtech and Smith & Wesson, Yankee Hill, BOE, Strategic Sciences will come, Dead Air, CAT, Ambient, JK Armament, Exigent, Benelli, B&T, hopefully Staccato. I'm still waiting to hear Sons of Liberty, Trigicon, Beretta, the science of suppression, Off-Grid Armory. Dude, Luke, you will fucking love them.
Why?
Because they've got a PKM.
Nice. That is.
They've got a full auto
sick.
They have a full auto PKM and a full auto M60.
That's fucking
So
sick.
Off-Grid Armory is this. I don't really know who this guy is, but I'm sitting at the range, not the range. I'm sitting on the airport, and this dude comes up, and he's like, "Will Mead, I really wanted to meet you." And he starts talking to me. He's like, "I've got this suppressor company, and I'm making this. We've got the best 22 can in the world, and I've got this gun shop, and I'm just sitting there, and it's SHOT Show. I just got done. I'm like, and I got him to come. And he's gonna bring his cans. He's got this 22 can. I think it's called the Scorpion or some shit. It's really fucking allegedly good. It won the 22 can contest for Thunder Beast. I guess they do something, but he's got this gun shop like in the boonies of Minnesota, I think it is, and he's got all these fucking machine guns. Like every day he starts his day and he shoots like a PKM or a fucking M60 fucking belt fed and shit. He's coming.
That's sick.
And then Dano Defense, a regular defense, or a regular design, and Kimber. So those are all confirmed people.
Nice.
PKM. Belt feds are kind of cool, right?
PKM specifically, it's the greatest general purpose machine gun ever invented.
I'm pretty sure it's that. Like it's the one. It's not the RK, not the one that looks like the AK. It's the other one.
Yeah,
he has that.
PKM, it's an upside down AK.
Like how the fuck did he get that?
Yeah, I don't know.
He must know
parts kit build, I guess.
He must know how to do it. But I was like, yeah, man, you got the fucking coolest machine guns in the world. He's like, you got them too, and I'm like, no, I don't. I got dumb machine guns. You got cool ones. So he's coming down.
You know, I found that you should get.
What's
it's
that?
a MG42 that'll sit on a AR-15 lower. So it's an MG42 upper that you can put an AR-15 lower on.
Where are we gonna get the ammo?
I don't know if I should say this. There's a whole pallet of ammo in the.
Oh, is that the same type of ammo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's get that. Where'd you see that at?
I saw it online. I don't know if they're still made or anything, but
do you think they work?
I don't know. I'll look into it. But
what's the caliber of 8
mil? 8mm Mauser. You got a lot of it.
Well, what's the caliber?
Oh, I think it's like 30 cal, isn't it?
Yeah, it should.
7.62 is 30 cal. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably put like a fucking. What would be the best one? Omega 36M.
Probably
something like that.
Just fucking cook it. We've got to make the belt fed AR one, because now we have little Nathan coming over and helping us at night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fucking make him do belts. It'll be really cool. And to close it out too, I tried the Sonic Core suppressors. They're a company that not really friends with or anything, but they came out with the 299 suppressor. and I shot it. I shot the 5.56 full auto yesterday. I can't hear. No, I'm kidding. No, it was pretty good. Sonic Core, I've had a chance to test them. Not their 22 yet, but we've shot their 30 cal and we shot their 5.56. Omar and Eric will probably do a video eventually, but they're definitely worth a look if you get a chance, if you're in my gun shop or somebody else's. Yeah, Sonic Core, cool. But look, I'm going to have to call it just in case I have to go to the hospital and relieve my wife and bring her clothes and food and stuff like that because my kid's there. Say a prayer for her. Juliana. You know, I'm such a dick. My kid has appendicitis. And I was telling my wife, she doesn't have appendicitis. She's got a fucking demon baby in there. Yeah, and I'm like, boy, I'm a dick now. No sex for me for a couple years. And we're going to call it. Thank you very much for watching our podcast if you got to this part of it. Hopefully the world is still here, and this airs next Tuesday. We are past the deadline of 8 p.m. by the great Trump or whatever. Smash the like button. Come in if you have the chance and meet us at the gun shop. I'll give you hats, stickers. You can pet my dog, although she is a little dirty right now. And we really appreciate you watching us. Peace.
Peace.